Good morning. Welcome to, hi. Welcome to episode 10, The Excited Bull Crafty Time. I'm Kim, and I'm coming to you from Norman, Oklahoma, where I live with my fiance Jason, our 3 dogs, and a bunch of family. Thank you for joining me this week. I'm really excited. I have a lot to talk to you guys about this week, which is crazy because I have no finished objects, but I don't know, I'm really amped today. I don't know, I got a good night's sleep. I am drinking some Big Heart Teaco chai tea from my fiber package that I got from my wonderful Fibre Share partner Jenna, and it's really good. I'm drinking out of yet another one of Jason's left-handed mugs. It's his Leo mug, because while I am a Taurus, he is a lion. So read into that what you will, but you'll get this side with lots of words. It's all about, Leos are so awesome and wear crowns and famous Leo Richard the Lionheart. Cheesy stuff like that. He's a lion. I like him. Just a little. Anyway, it is February 17th, 2018. It is around, I intended on this being around 9 a.m. It's around 10:30 a.m. It's like 39 right now. It is high as 60 today. We are definitely on the uptick lately for our weather, moving into more springy weather for Oklahoma, which I know there are a lot of you still getting snow. We're a southern state. We move into spring fairly quick. So we're going to get into it. Finish It February with Roxanne Richardson. I have been participating in. I have not cast on anything new in February. And let me tell you, that was hard. That's been harder than I realized it was going to be. Just because of how I am. And I get a little ADD on projects. But it's been a little tough. So, where am I? I started February with 6 projects. I am now 3 done, 3 to go. I am halfway through my project list. How that happened is, you guys may remember, one of my projects that I was going to do in February was the West River Drive shawl in interlacements, rickrack, stained glass. So last week after the podcast, or vlog, or whatever this is, I decided I was going to pick it up and I was going to work on it. And I worked on it for a few hours. And I realized I was hating how this yarn was working in the pattern. I like the pattern. I don't know if it's the yarn. Never worked with rayon before. I wrapped it really weirdly. I don't know why I balled it up like this. Anyway, it's rayon. I think when I bought it, it didn't look as pink in the hank. And a lot of the pink has come out, and I'm not a pink fan, you guys. So, I don't know if I'm going to try and destash this later. I don't have the label for it, so I don't know how that works for destashing. I don't know. If somebody has interest in this, it's like 7 billion yards. I know the worsted weight version from Interlacements, the hank I bought from them, was about 700 yards. And I imagine this is more because it's a lighter weight yarn. So if somebody has like, oh my god, these colors are so me and they're screaming out to me, hit me up. We'll see if we can work something out, because I just don't know how I feel about it. So I have not cast it on yet, because we are still trying to adhere to Finish It February. However, I did have like an epiphany this morning on how I want to make it. And I'm really battling with myself on if I should just cast it on so I can get at least a couple inches into the pattern I have in my head, so I can like keep it there, because I don't really know how to write it. I I've been making up kind of patterns myself for a while, mostly with crochet. I haven't really done it with knitting before because crochet is where I'm more comfortable. But I'm getting more comfortable with knitting, and now I'm starting to kind of wing it on things. I don't know how to write the patterns yet, though. It is a goal here soon. But we're actually staying with Interlacements yarn. This is their wool, though. And look at it. It's showing a little pink. It's definitely more purple than pink. I made some arm warmers for a friend out of this. And I think it's really pretty. My stepmom, the shawl is for my stepmom for Christmas. And she loves purple. It's one of the things we have in common, actually. We both really enjoy. Oh, that one's better. It still looks really pink. It's not pink, you guys. It's really not. Anyway, so I don't know how to explain exactly what I'm thinking about doing, but I think it's going to be beautiful, and it's going to be paired with this, which is that's my attempt at writing a pattern on a Post-it. This is Cascade Yarns Ridge Rock colorway. It is superwash wool. It's so squishy. So these two are going to make up the new version of my stepmom's Christmas present shawl. Hopefully in this pattern that's living in my brain right now. So let's find a spot for that. And then I'm still working on my socks, as you saw in the intro. Let's get the working yarns out of the way. So here's my progress keepers back on the other side, actually. So I was in the middle of this yellow stripe last time you guys saw me. I've done a gray, a light blue, a gray, a navy, a gray, a red, and started another gray. The reason it's working a little quicker now is I am increasing for the heel gusset, which is my first time on like sock weight yarn doing a knit in heel. But we're giving it a go. So far it's going good. I mean, I'm only on the heel gusset increases, so let's see. Hope it goes well. I'm enjoying the idea of knitting two at a time. I know they look super tiny, you guys. I have tiny feet, and this is kind of stretchy. And I like my socks a little snug, I think. What was I saying? Oh, I like the idea of two at a time. And I know the only way I've seen that's not terrifying to truly achieve it is this magic loop. I've seen some where people use DPNs to knit one inside the other. As of right now, that terrifies me. I just don't pay good enough attention, I feel like, to attempt something like that. So, but anyway, what I was saying is I like the two at a time. It's definitely fiddlier. I know that's gonna strike magic loop primary knitters as a little weird because they think the DPNs are fiddlier. I don't know why this feels fiddlier to me than having 5 needles, but it does. I still enjoy it, and I still will probably keep this in the bag of tricks. Jason was asking if I'm going to go back to DPN, so I was kind of cussing at it the other day when I was getting all tangled up. And I said no, but I do also want to try a single circular 9-inch, I think 9 or 10-inch, where you knit more like you would on DPNs, just in around and around and around and around, but you don't have to change needles. I think that might be really cool too. I don't know how that works as well for knit in heels. I think you have to kind of go more for an afterthought heel, but I haven't done all my research on it yet. I told him my next pair of socks may be on those, or maybe go back to DPNs for a little bit. But I do want to try all 3 methods. And I've done DPNs. I like DPNs. I've tried the magic loop. I like magic loop. It's not the worst thing on the earth. And I want to try the 9-inch circular for socks. Yeah, because I want to make socks. I see all of these beautiful pictures of sock drawers, especially since I started following the Yarngasm Ravelry group, because she does the box of socks knit along. She did it last year and she's doing it again this year. I'm not participating because I didn't plan for it, and I really only had this pair of socks queued up at the start of the year. I've done another pair already. I don't know if this would count for the box of socks. It's chunky socks. They were nice. Anyway, those are living in my pineapple bag when they're not living in my yarn bowl. My pineapple bag has some new bling, thanks to Jenna in my Fibre Share package. Read local pin. Oh, and I was going to show, I'm going to do a contrast heel, because I don't think it'll look too bad during the gusset increases, the way the stripe pattern will kind of get weird, but I didn't want to completely wreck the stripe pattern in the heel. So I'm going to do heel in this kind of tonal gray color, also from Patons. This is their classic wool, and it's a worsted, but I feel like it's a really thin worsted, and I feel like an extra thick heel is not a bad thing, especially for someone like me who likes to shove my foot into my shoes without untying them. And it's, I think, a wool that's a little more prone to felting. Again, don't think that's a bad thing. Anyway, I may be shooting myself in the foot with this, and I may have sock knitters out there freaking out right now. I don't know. We're going to experiment. If you're freaking out right now, comment and tell me why that's a bad idea. Okay, and my other whip, my only 5-3, where's the third? Oh, his blanket. I haven't touched his blanket. I don't know if I'm going to touch his blanket in February. I really don't. I got more Sprout yarn though. Badoo! Yay! Got more Sprout Summer Rain, so I can get back on my sister's sweater, which has not seen any progress because this arrived yesterday. So after this today, I'm going to wind that up and hopefully get knitting on that and not cast on that new shawl that I want to cast on really bad. So I probably am going to end February with at least one UFO still, being that blanket. Mostly because I did I did last year, 2017, I did a queen size blanket and a king size blanket. And I just really don't have it in me to work on a blanket right now. I just don't. So probably come fall, I'll be like, oh, it's getting cool. I want to snuggle under some big knitting or crochet, because that is a crochet blanket. And I will pick it up again. I just don't think it's getting finished in February. Yeah. Okay. Let's see if I forgot anything. Nope. Stash enhancements. So, I'm debating showing these too much because I got Yasina, my Fibre Share partner that I'm sending a package to, some of these. But I didn't get her the same kind as I got me. So I guess I feel okay showing it because they're really pretty and I want to show you guys, and they're stuck. Because I'm a big old glue. There we go. Okay, we're just going to show one of each. So obviously there's multiples. So my friend Julie and her mom, they make these. And they're these stone gem stitch markers. And oh my god, this is so pretty. So this set is Charoite and Amethyst, which, oh my gosh, just saying it sounds awesome, right? So let's see if we can get the camera to focus on these little tiny doodads. There it goes. Look at that Charoite. The Amethyst is really, I picked a really light one out of the bag. There's some darker ones in there. Oh no, not in this batch. This batch was a lighter. She also includes, which I think is really cool, like what the stones are supposed to bring. So like the Charoite is unconditional love, transforming, and overcomes fear. While the Amethyst is balance, enhancing memory. I need that all the time. Protect and high spiritual vibrations. So there's that set. And then the second set I got from her are just straight amethyst ones. Can open these up. That would be swell. couple out of here. These might be too small. Oh, there they go. So you got a darker one. And then that one's really pretty. That's smoky. So, I'm really excited. I have only ever worked with really basic stitch markers, in all honesty, until I should probably sit back so you guys can actually see me instead of just see my mouth move, huh? I have worked with really basic stitch markers until now. Mostly just the light bulb, as I've heard them called, stitch markers, which they're just like a safety pin, but they're in kind of a light bulb shape, so it clips just like a safety pin, but around your needle. And I love these. I bought this giant, it's like 500 of these in here, from Amazon a while back, because before last year really, stitch markers for me were scraps of yarn that I just tied in a little circle and put it on the needle, because I'm cool like that. So it's kind of cool to see the graduations. I've graduated from scraps of yarn to the light bulb stitch markers to really pretty ones that I'm slightly scared to use, but I'm really excited to use at the same time. I'm only scared to use them because I lose things really bad. But they're amethyst and it's supposed to help with memory, right? So maybe it'll help. Okay, we're gonna pause. You've seen it in the Fibre Share video, or you're going to see it in the Fibre Share video. My Fibre Share partner, look at how she wrote my name. That is a little tiny ball of yarn that dots the I. How freaking cute is that? It's adorable. I just had to show that again, Jenna, because I wish I could draw that good, so I could dot my eyes like that all the time. So, I'm not going to go over everything I got in my Fibre Share package, because I have a separate video that's going to come out of that, but we gotta go over the yarn acquisitions, at least really quick. Beautiful heather gray Barocco vintage yarn, which I think is just lovely. It's an acrylic wool nylon blend. It's super squishy. I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet, but it will be used. It's gray. Of course it's going to be used. Every single project I have shown you today has gray in it. Gray. 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 Oops. Gray on the floor. Gray everywhere. I love gray. So, my other loves, though. Okay. It was late when I opened my Fibre Share package, so in the video it does not show up as well as it's going to right now in this beautiful morning daylight. Look at this. It's so pretty. It's so pretty. Look at it. Oh, look at it. You guys. This yarn. Oh! So pretty, right? Okay. So this is Knittorious, which still makes my heart happy, by Malabrigo Yarns. Sit back again, Malabrigo Yarns. I have been cruising all over Ravelty. Ravelty? It's a thing. It's not a thing. Ravelry. Trying to find the perfect project for this because I want to knit it. It's so soft. It's so beautiful. I want to see what fabric it creates so bad. So, I have shown you last week the Mayette cardigan in the Barocco remix has got my cast on itis going crazy. The shawl for my stepmom that I want to design in my head has got me knitting got it cast on night like crazy. And then Jenna sends me this gorgeousness. Oh God, I don't know if I'm gonna make it through February. I don't. Oh. Okay, finish it February, right? We're still on board. I wonder if we should even talk about this next bit, because next bit is, because I can't actually cast on things, I've been going through things and finding patterns that I didn't even remember that I had. Like my friend Julie, who gave me a ribbed sock pattern back before I even started knitting socks, back when I was terrified of socks. She gave me two. She gave me the cute ribbed and then a cute Athos pair. And yeah, so they're just hanging out here. Forgot I had them, Julie. Sorry, dear. I desperately want to knit them now that I'm not scared of socks. And they would both, I think they're both a cuff down. Athos is a cuff down. Yep, and the ribbed is cuff down. So they would both be my first, whichever one I did would be my first cuff down socks. I've only done toe up so far, because my brain likes toe up. Okay, and then the other thing I was going to show is, I have two knitting books. I bought these when Hastings here in Norman. I don't know if Hastings everywhere. Did Hastings everywhere go out of business? I don't know for sure. When our Hastings here in Norman was going out of business, I bought these on, you know, super duper clearance because they're going out of business. And I have not knit a single thing out of them. So I'm feeling a little shitty about that, since I've been buying patterns online and not using patterns I've already have bought and in my house. This is the Vintage Modern Knits Contemporary Designs Using Classic Techniques by Courtney Kelly and Kate Gagnon Osborne. Whew. Hopefully I said those names close to correctly. And there are a couple in here that I really want to make, like this Maple Bay cardigan. Look at how freaking adorable and whimsical, and it has squirrels and leaves on it. Like, yes. The Adeline pullover. Look at it. It's got great ferrule on the cuff and in the yoke. Yangtiz cardigan. Look at it. Super pretty. Promise only a couple more. That's right. I forgot about this. And then this Erin cardigan, which you're going to get two shots of because the front is really pretty. With the cables. I'm so obsessed with cables right now, you guys. But then the back. Holy cable goodness. It's so pretty. I want to make that. And then finally, oh yeah, the hat. The Vorderhen. I feel like if I say it with an accent, maybe I'm saying it closer to the correct way. Look at the cables again. I'm obsessed. So, those are all on my radar for future projects. Oh, that's right. What do you guys think of Vorderhen? Or, hey, I said it right. Vorderhen, that cabley hat with the Malabrigo. So I think that could be really lovely. Really lovely. Jenna, if you're watching, what do you think of that for that Malabrigo? Since I know you probably dream knit it in your head while waiting to send it to me, because I know I've dream knit those yarns I have for you, so you know. So, my second book is Classic Knits, More Than 100 Beautiful Projects. I don't know, it doesn't really have an author or anything on it. As a project editor, Catherine Goodard, but it's that guy. So, what I was thinking in here is I remembered when I bought it that there's men's pullovers in here. I don't know if you remember, but one of my 2018 goals was at least to get cast on and started as a pullover for Jason, like a kind of a fishing cardigan or sweater. I don't think he really wants one that's like fancy, because he has a couple fancy ones that are store-bought that he's had for a while. And I don't know if I want to try for a fancy one yet. But I was really excited because I was like, oh yay, look, a men's basic crew. And then the next page, you know, if I do well and I want to do a fancier one, there's this shawl collar Aran weight one with these cables, and it's really pretty. The problem is Jason is 6'3" and not a string bean. He's a well-built man. And these sizes only go small to extra large, and he is minimum a double XL. I'm not saying this like he's fat. Nobody fat shame me, okay? He's just much bigger than me. And I don't feel like I'm confident enough in sweater knitting because I've only done a couple, and most of them were babies. So I don't feel confident enough hacking this to a bigger size. So I'm still going to have to go online for his sweater. But what else do I have pegged here? Oh, these socks, that's right. So these are slouchy boot warmer socks. Aren't they adorable with the cables on the foot? I don't know if I'd ever wear them in boots, but yeah, those want to be made as well. So I don't know why I felt like I want to show you guys that. I guess because I was just digging through them and I thought they were kind of cool. And I'd kind of forgotten that they existed in my house because I have too much stuff, I think, sometimes. Yeah, anyway, so plan still is to try and not cast anything else. Really would love to either have or both have the socks or my sister's sweater done by the end of February, because that would be really cool if I could have both of them done. But if I could at least have one, that would be really swell. Swell. It's like the third time I've said swell on this podcast. Like it's entire. It's a weird morning. Anywho, and then after that, I want to do the Mayette cardigan in that Barocco remix. I also kind of want to stash bust a little, guys. My secretary, which is where I keep my yarn, is bursting at the seams. Yeah, so anyway, I hope everyone has a wonderful week. I will see you back here next week. Make some time to do something you enjoy. Bye.